Secretary of State, yes, we would like to take you up on that offer of a...
So I wondered if, with your permission, I might just run through a few capabilities and operations that we might have to carry out to contribute to NATO, and just to see where we are on them. So would the UK be able to deploy and sustain a division to NATO's eastern flank?
Let me give you an answer to this, which will be the same answer to the, I suspect, the checklist of questions that you've got, which were questions that I had in opposition, which were the reason that I made the commitment before the election and have undertaken since to undertake a NATO test, which I've now completed. And that was set to do exactly the job you're now asking in public, but to provide the answers that I can't share in public, but I'm willing, Mr. Chairman, if you wish, on a properly classified basis to members of the committee to share the results of that NATO test, because it is a concern to me that as the leading European NATO nation, that we're able to make and fulfil our commitments to NATO. So whether it is a field of full division, whether it is any of the other major asks, and over what sort of timescales, we've undertaken that test. I will share that with the committee, but I won't do that in public.
So accepting that you won't divulge the specific yes-no answers to those capabilities, I wonder if I might just run through whether those capabilities will be within your private answers. Thank you.
Sure.
So the UK warfighting division to NATO's eastern flank.
Yes.
How many brigades we could get to a start line in Senelaga in the event of a major escalation?
That's more specific, but do you want to mention?
Well, I'll say a couple of things, Mr. Miller. The first thing, well, I'll say three things really. Conscious the Secretary of State has offered a classified briefing on this. The first point I would make is that if the British Army was asked to fight tonight,
yes,
it would fight tonight. And I don't think anybody in this room should be under any illusion that if the Russians invaded Eastern Europe tonight, then we would meet them in that fight.
So obviously they've got the equivalent skills in Civvy Street, and they will, it's a choice, so that's good to hear.
Thank